Hello and welcome back everyone, I'm Pirate Master Murdoch. In today's video, I'm going to be telling you about two of the rarest items in all of Pirate Nation, so let's jump straight into it. First things first, you're going to want to head over to your quest, just like this, and you're going to want to scroll all the way to the very bottom. So the quest you're looking for is called Glitterfin's Glory. It's down here at the bottom. You can see it's a very expensive quest. It requires 20 energy, a goldfish totem, a grapple hook, and 2 faded maps. And you're probably wondering, wow, that is a lot. It better give me something good. And well, let's see. When you look at the loot odds, you can see there's a 40% chance of getting a jug of rum and a 40% chance of getting a faded map, which this is the best odds of getting a faded map currently. So good luck if you run this. I'm like 0 for 15 on getting a high seas map from this quest. So do it at your own risk. And then you'll also notice a 19% chance of getting a keg, which is super nice, but they're not really that useful considering the amount of rum you can get just from doing other quests. And then finally, the one you really want to look at is the fish food there at the bottom. That is a 1% item, and this is the only way to get fish food in the game currently, unless if you still have a chest that you get for holding a pirate. I forget which chest drops them, but I think it's the 45-day one, the platinum or the gold chest. There's a small chance of getting fish food, but other how, this is the only way to get it, and it is a super rare item, and it currently doesn't have a use, but it will in the future, and it's going to be related to something with world bosses. So you're probably going to want to have at least one of these by the time the next world boss event happens. Alright, so the next big item you actually want to look for, if you scroll up, you want to keep going up until you see Bobos Bounty right here, and you'll notice that this is also an expensive quest, but not as expensive because it's only 1 faded map versus 2, but you still require a monkey totem, which is the same price as a goldfish totem, a grapple hook, 20 energy, and this one again can be done once per day. And you're probably wondering, what kind of item are you going to get from Bobos Bounty? Well, if you look at it here, you can see the odds. And you can see here, you have a 30% chance of getting a jug of rum and a 30% chance of getting a high seas map, which is pretty good odds of getting a high seas map. But again, I think I'm like 1 in 8 of getting a high seas map on this, so not too lucky. But then you'll also notice there's a 29% chance of getting a flask of rum, and burning all of those items and energy for 1 flask really hurts. Trust me, I've gotten the flask many times from doing this quest. But the item you really want is at the bottom there, so you can just skip over the 10% for the keg and go straight to the crate of bananas, which is a 1% item. And again, this is the only way to get the crate of bananas is from doing this quest. There is one other way, which is the same as the other one, where you get it from the chest that you get for holding a pirate. But if someone has already claimed those chests by the time you get your pirate, then you won't be able to claim the chest and potentially get the crate of bananas. And for reference, these are the Founders pirates, not the Gen 1 pirates, which means you need a pirate like one of these ones on the side and not a Gen 1 free to play pirate. So again, this is the crate of bananas. It has no use case currently, but it is projected to have some kind of use with world bosses, which was teased in a community spaces by William some time ago. If he ever comes back on spaces again, we can ask him more about it, but just know that these will have some use for world bosses. So if you plan on participating in world bosses, I highly suggest you try and get one of these. And who knows, if you don't get lucky and get it, maybe you'll get a high seas map, and worst case, you get some rum. Alrighty, that's it for this video. Those are the 2 rarest items in the game that you can only really get from doing quests. So they're extremely rare, they're quite expensive, and it requires a good amount of luck because they are both 1% items. So hopefully, if you're lucky enough, you'll get one. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Yarr!